Imagine waking up, not to the sound of birds singing outside your cave or the morning sunlight, but to a mind-numbing pain shooting up from your jaw. There is no calling the dentist, no pain-relieving mouthwash. You are 14,000 years away from the present. That is, roughly, what it felt like to suffer from dental disease in the primal world. But here's the thing. It wasn't just a persistent inconvenience. A toothache in prehistoric times carried a completely different and far more terrifying meaning than what we understand today. It wasn't just physical pain. It was a looming death sentence, a fracture in the entire architecture of your survival. To modern humans, teeth are for chewing cooked food, and sometimes just for a nice smile on social media. But to our ancestors, teeth were the ultimate survival tool. They were the scissors used to tear through tough fibers of meat, the pliers used to strip tree bark, and a third hand to grip animal hides when crafting warm clothing. Losing a tooth meant losing your ability to consume energy and work effectively. You might wonder, without refined sugar, sweet candies, or carbonated drinks, how could prehistoric people even get cavities? The truth is, their teeth were initially incredibly strong. But their enemy wasn't chemistry. It was pure physics, mechanical wear and tear. Their diet was full of tough roots, roasted meat coated in ash and grit, and grains mixed with microscopic stone splinters from their grinding mortars. Day by day, meal after meal, this relentless friction wore away their protective tooth enamel. Once the hardest material structure of the body was breached, the nerve pulp was exposed, and bacteria threw a feast. And when the pain struck, the prehistoric dentists would appear. This wasn't a medical treatment. This was a ritualistic endurance test. Archaeological evidence in Italy has uncovered 14,000-year-old teeth with chillingly perfect holes in them. How did they treat it? With a drill made from sharp flint. Stop and think about that for a second. A shaman or a strong member of the tribe would use their bare hands to continuously spin a stone drill directly into your inflamed, throbbing tooth. No anesthesia, no laughing gas, just mechanical torque, excruciating pain, and the muscular arms of your tribesmen pinning you down so you couldn't thrash around. In that moment, your entire survival depended on how fast someone else could spin their hands. If you somehow managed not to pass out from the pain, that shattered hole would be filled with beeswax. That wasn't exactly medicine. That was the rawest form of survival engineering, using a natural adhesive to seal the wound, hoping to stop the spread of death. Because death was always lurking. The consequence of a ruined, untreated tooth wasn't just being restricted to eating mush. If the wound became infected, bacteria would travel straight into the bloodstream. The prehistoric immune system could fight off a lot of things, but a massive abscess in the head or face was the end of the line. Natural selection has never been forgiving to those who cannot chew. The acute awareness of physical vulnerability in the ancient world was very real. They had no concept of microorganisms or cellular structures, but they understood all too well the brutal cause and effect relationship between life and an intact set of teeth. With every moment they spent chewing a piece of rough food, they were gambling with their own lives. Picture a freezing winter night inside the cave. The flickering firelight casts long shadows over gaunt faces. While the rest of the tribe falls into an exhausted sleep after a grueling day of hunting, you sit awake, clutching a swollen cheek. The rustling of wild beasts outside is nowhere near as terrifying as the pounding, agonizing pulse echoing in your jaw. In the dark, you face the ultimate prehistoric terror, becoming useless. In this world, there is no room for weakness. Every member is a crucial link in the chain of survival. If you cannot chew, you cannot consume calories. You will grow weak. You will slow the tribe down during harsh migrations. You will become a burden. The gaze of your tribespeople will inevitably shift from crude sympathy to cold, survivalist calculation. The primal instinct of the pack is often more ruthless than any predator. And even if you survive the next morning, even if you endure the barbaric stone drill, The ghost of that pain will never truly leave you. Without antibiotics, the risk of infection haunts every breath. Those who survived carried that beeswax-filled crater in their mouths like a ticking time bomb, a constant, visceral reminder of life's fragility. Perhaps our modern fear of the dentist, the cold sweat that grips millions of us at the high-pitched whine of a dental drill, isn't just a simple psychological reaction. Perhaps it is an echo from the deep past, a primal terror hardwired into our genetic code, passed down through hundreds of generations, originating from those long, sleepless nights our ancestors spent shivering in dread of the flint drill. Surviving in the primal world, by any measurable standard, was a series of terrifying and extraordinary days. It was wild, brutal, and reeked of blood, sweat, beeswax, and deep, ever-present anxieties. The entire foundation of survival in that era was built upon a level of physical endurance that modern humans simply could not handle psychologically. So, the next time you stand in front of your gleaming bathroom mirror, slowly gliding a soft, bristled toothbrush over your teeth with a dab of mint-flavored toothpaste, remember that you are performing a luxurious ritual that our ancestors would have risked their lives to have. Modern life might seem repetitive and far less dramatic, but at the very least, we never have to face a stone drill